Hello and welcome back to yet again another episode of Turbo Reviews. Yeah, I got another little whoop today. I like it, it's pretty cool. I've got to show you. It's kind of why I'm doing the video. I did the Mobula 7. And I like it, and I am getting better indoors with it. But still, for a beginner, I wouldn't think it would be a good one to get them. But since it's coming around Christmas, it's December now, I thought I would throw this out there because some people are probably wanting to get their loved ones, a drone, maybe a beginning drone, or an upgrade from a toy drone, a real FPV drone or something. So I got this, and I want to show this to you. The Emax, yeah, symbol diagram. How to disassemble it. Pretty good set of instructions, all about the radio and how to set it up. One thing I will add, it does say in here, and it is set up, flip over in a crash, turtle mode. I have yet to get that to work with the Tiny Hawk. It does work with the Mobula 7 and my King Kong, what is that, LDRC, Tiny, not the Tiny, but the other 7. Yeah, the one that has flip over and crash. But anyway, so let's look at this little job. Oh, you do get these too. So tell me, woman. I don't know, you can get some stickers, but I don't know who the girl is, but...
So tell me, woman.
So you get that, and you do get charger, battery, 450 milliamp hour, high volt, 1 cell, and you get more stickers. And you get an extra power connector for your LiPo, and some soft mounts and screws, because in case you lose some in a crash or what have you. And then you get the quad. Stretch decks, like that. I really like that. For those of you that watch my channel, you know I'm a stretch decks guy. And props, sir, looky there. Would you look at would you take a look at that?
Would you?
They're upside down, motors and props. Heck, fire in a brimstone basket. Yeah. All right. Like it. Looks pretty cool. The first fly I found, LOS flight, I didn't get good results. The PID tuning and the rates were not optimal, I guess you might say. And it had tons of expo. I mean, like 0.60 of expo in the pitch and roll, I think, if I remember right. Put it up on the screen what the PID's Mr. Nick Burns I got from him to use, and then I set my own rates and turned the expo way down. I like a little expo, but not 60, so I turned that down, and it flew much better. So I'll show you a little bit of that when I show you the flight, but a little bit of the very first time. Yeah, I could barely do a flip or a roll. Little wind, but whoa, wow, you'll barely do a flip. Yeah, rates in the expo taken out. There is just 1S, and it is fairly windy. Just see how it flies. hitting the ground, hitting the ground before he'd come back up. And that's no good. VTX button. VTX button's right there. And you have to unlock that if you want to use all the channels. To do that, while plugging a battery in, you hold that button down, and the lights on both sides of it will light up. There's some people out there who's got videos that show you that, but that in fact does do it. You can get to the channel and frequency by that button, but you also have smart audio. So yeah, you can do it off the radio. In my flight videos, you'll see that I think I was on a bad channel. I was on race flight 4, I think. I just used what it came with. I'll admit, I'm going to change channels because I just went with what it was set up, and it was on race band 4, I believe. And I was getting a lot of static, outdoors especially. There was a couple of places I'll show you where I land. I have to just bring it down because I can't see where I'm going. I can't see anything. It goes black pretty much. But I did get some interference from my Wi-Fi or something. I think was interfering with the video transmission, because usually I get far better than that. And yeah, it wasn't getting very good. Oh, and something I also did, I think NDRC or somebody said something about they did have some black in their video. To try to take that out, and as Nick Burns says, the video camera does come unlodged, and to do that, he's right. You just pinch the canopy and wiggle it. There's a slot down here. You get it in the slot, and you get it past this little tab right here. You can see that tab. There's a tab right there, and there's a slot down here. You get it back in there, and you're good to go. But what I did is I took one of those little dampening flight board dampeners, like for you use on your F4 flight boards. And I put one up here, and I put one down here. You can't probably see it, but there's one down here as well. It holds it right where it's at, but it still gives it flex, so that works pretty well. So you might give that a shot. But other than that, it's a great little flyer. After I changed the PIDs and got rid of the Expo, I mean, that was terrible. I mean, yeah, I could barely fly it, indoors especially, but yeah, outdoors, it was like I couldn't even get it to do a flip. So anyway, here we go. Let's get some flight footage. See how this baby goes. Baby hawk. Well, I'm out here with the Tiny Hawk. Gonna do a line of sight flight. Wind just blows this one a lot. See if I can get a flip or roll up. Well, rates and Expo helped a lot. But I couldn't even do that before. So yeah. Whoa. Uh-oh. No, no, no. No trees today. Okay, I'm pleasantly pleased to find out. That helped quite a bit. Kind of used the battery up. Let's try a punch out. Oh wow.
lot better than it was. Uh-oh. Okay, well.
Also, if I didn't say it before, I wanted to say also that as far as the fight goes between the Mobula 7 and the Tiny Hawk here, well, it all depends on what you're going to do with your whoop and how good a pilot you are. I mean, really, when it comes down to it, this one with the stock PIDs that come on it, with all that expo and stuff, can be flown by a beginner pretty good. But the Mobula 7 is going to be rough inside. Now outside it flies great, and but indoors it takes some getting used to. It's not that it can't be done; it can be done, but you do have to get used to it. But this one is I just think it was getting close to Christmas. It's getting close to Christmas. Somebody's gonna want this for their loved one, and this one would be an easier for a beginner and an indoor person that's going to be flying in the wintertime inside primarily. This would be the one I would choose over the Mobula 7. Even though the Mobula 7 is faster and is pretty fun outside, this one for the indoor whoop, it just is. All right then, have a nice one. See how she flies. Here we go.